Hello everybody, this is MaxCaf, Mobile American Cross Country for Adventures and Freedom. I'm your host, Derek Bentley. For those of you that are new to the channel, I'm just some dude that got to retire early. So I started off by making travel videos for nomads. Now, I want to help you with your journey to break free from the system by sharing my story with the hopes that you learn from my mistakes and celebrate it when a plan comes together. I also want to show you that you can enjoy traveling and working at something that you love. For me, that's YouTube and learning how to play the guitar so I can perform in front of people. Have you ever gone to a store recently, browsed the aisles a bit, and then left without purchasing anything? On its own, it's nothing out of the ordinary. I recently went to an electronics store to browse, maybe get a tripod selfie stick for my cell phone, but all they had was crap, and for the price it just wasn't worth it. So I left the store. Did I just join the buy nothing revolution? There is this shift occurring, driven by skyrocketing prices and a noticeable decline in product quality. I didn't fully grasp the scale of this trend until it began dominating my newsfeed. So out of curiosity, I explored this topic a little further, which has led me here to share my own perspective on what is being called the buy nothing revolution, or movement, or whatever. A growing number of people in all generations are joining this buy nothing rebellion. But when you look closer, this movement is less about halting all purchases and more about cultivating a desire for fewer material possessions. A very different philosophy. Contrary to common assumptions, it is not merely an exercise in extreme frugality or absolute abstinence from spending. Personally, I don't buy a lot of stuff. I am prioritizing meaningful experiences, like the time I spend with my baby girl Savannah, or filming a bald eagle gently flying over the trees in the Colorado mountains. I have no interest in forced scarcity. If an item upgrades my daily life or boosts my efficiency, I'll buy it. For example, I recently purchased a new laptop solely because my old one was getting, too old. Besides simply wanting to spend less, any item that you buy demands an investment in time and energy. The initial purchase price is merely the entry fee. Maintaining all your stuff creates an ongoing obligation, so choose wisely. Embracing a simple, minimalist approach to life brings me an undeniable sense of freedom, especially when our time is so precious these days. What's really interesting is this movement has been gaining a lot of popularity recently. It has attracted minimalists like myself who intentionally refuse to buy useless things, but over time the group has expanded to include some people practicing the extreme frugality, maybe wanting to make some kind of statement, not to mention the people that can no longer afford to buy anything because life has gotten too pricey. I'm a minimalist nomad. I really don't buy a lot of stuff. But when I do, I've got to do the research or pay a premium. And even then, sometimes you still get crap. It makes sense that people don't want to spend their money on junk. You shouldn't go into debt to buy the things that you don't need. Many people are only surviving on the bare minimum. Just real quick, if you're getting value from what I'm doing here, or maybe you just simply are entertained, then hit that thumbs up and or the hype button and consider subscribing. Here in America, I'd have to say that 40 to 60% of people are living paycheck to paycheck and don't have enough funds in the savings to handle an emergency. In the 90s, it was about 30 to 35% of people living paycheck to paycheck. This is no way to live, and it seems like more and more people are falling into this trap. But there are also many more people who are no longer buying things just because a fancy commercial told them to do so. I'm not against buying, but I want quality. For years now, we've been fed consumerism, and we've been buying anything and everything just because it makes us feel good. Now, you're stressed because you're in debt. If you need food or clothes, you should buy it. If something makes you truly happy, that's great, but you shouldn't work hard just to give all your money back to the big companies for things that you don't need. Prices are going up because of inflation, because some companies are greedy. Then you got other things like taxes on imports. I've also noticed that people are rejecting price hikes. There are things that I've stopped buying, like those monster coffees, the soft salt and caramel coffees. They're just too expensive for me now. And it's because it no longer holds the value for me that it used to. Then you got that whiny bitch starting unnecessary wars in Iran. People keep talking about inflation. Call it greedflation, or I call it Trumpflation. The Buy Nothing movement has the potential to trigger positive change. Rejecting overpriced, non-essential items could ultimately force the market to stabilize. Amidst the rising cost of living, an increasing number of people are focusing their spending strictly on necessities rather than luxuries. For example, many are opting to cook their meals from the raw ingredients instead of purchasing costly, processed, prepackaged alternatives, realizing it's far more economical to prepare your favorite meals at home. And in the end, having less can mean being happier. Tell me what you think in the comments below. What have you stopped buying lately? All right, that's it for me today. Embrace the struggle that aligns with your journey, and for the sake of the universe, enjoy the view while you're at it. You're only here for just a cosmic moment. Make sure you spend it on a path worth walking. We'll see you next week.